Hello and welcome back to my garage. So it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, so I can't talk really loud, but I got the transmission out a few hours ago. I took a video, but I was really messed up from taking that thing out with my hands instead of using a jack. This drive shaft will hang up no matter what. You don't have to unbolt the two mounts for the two small bolts for the motor mounts. It's the way everybody says it is. You got to drop the two suspension links, which are I believe 18 millimeter, and then you have a 17 millimeter, which you'll need a wrench and a socket wrench to undo on either side after you get the suspension links out. You'll also need a 18 wrench for the bigger stuff, 18 or 19 for the bigger stuff on the links. Then once you get that out and that out of the way, you can pull up, lift up on it. Oh yeah, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 10 millimeter bolts that you'll also need a wrench for and a socket wrench. Mine were really rusted up, so I ended up laying under the car and doing it that way instead of bending over, which kind of hurts your back if you're old like me. Anyways, you do that. You got all the bell housing bolts. Don't miss the ones under the turbo. They come out pretty easy if your car's like mine. And then you got your two starter bolts, drop them in the clutch. Don't unbolt the clutch adjustment. Leave the clutch adjustment where it's at, unless, like me. I was curious as to how my clutch looked, and as you can see, it's pretty hot spotted. It's not real bad because I caught it early. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing resurfaced, maybe, and lightened. Probably not, though. I'll probably get a new flywheel made. The clutch is not toast, but I don't know anybody who'd want it. We'll see. I'll post up and see if anybody wants that clutch. I doubt it. The pressure plate's still good for sure. It just needs a little bit of machining. Where am I at? Oh yeah. So I pulled the big 17 millimeter nuts off of there. There's a clip that unplugs inside to get your, I believe it's an EGT sensor out, because it's not going to come out of the exhaust if it's like mine and kind of rusted in there. You can, if you have two strong dudes, pull the transmission back, lift it up to one side, get that yoke out, lift it up to the other side and pull that yoke out, because a lot of people are saying push out on the wheels, and that's like really hard for me. I used all the force of my legs, and I'm a really strong dude, and look at my forearm. A guy like me can't get it out. Guys over there in England must be freaking bears or something. Half bear, half man. Man, bear, pig. That's probably what they are, man, bear, pig. Anyways. So yeah, I did fry my clutch and mess my flywheel up like I thought I did. That was from a 4th gear launch in a panic, because my shift links weren't properly lubed. They're lubed up now, but it does me no good after I fried my clutch up. I should have dropped the transmission out immediately and gotten that cleaned up, and I probably would have found whatever's behind this flywheel. That's what I'm going to do next. I'm sorry if the audio quality is poor. I didn't realize I was covering up my mic for half of this. So what's left to actually drop the engine? Oh yeah, and you guys support the engine somehow. It's best to use a jack to support the engine and just use your hands or a chain fall or whatever to pull the transmission out. Also, I protected the car with some rags and a piece of cardboard, and that did really good. It didn't mess up the paint at all, not any worse than what it was. I did make a little tiny gouge here. That's just where the cardboard wasn't protecting it, and I just kind of got tired, because it is heavy. It's a 2-man job. It's not a 1-man job. So yeah, there's not much before the engine comes out. I got to drop the flywheel. I got to drop the turbo. I got to drop the exhaust, and then I got to drop the accessories and the coolant pipes. And that should be it. I'm going to have a buddy or two come up, and we'll probably lift that out and set it down. If I can get an engine stand, that'll be cool. If I can't, you know, it's whatever. I'll get the car off the lift and I'll set the engine on the lifts and work on it that way. All right, that's it. Again, a shout out to Jay and a shout out to Rich Rebuilds for all your support, and shout out to the Mighty Car Mods forums for your continued patronage there. All right, thank you, and see you.